be gonna beneficial on your side. Or I want to change my introduction, so maybe it will be going some smoother, and I don't want to do something grateful, which will be more beneficial or effective on your sides. So it will be a proudfulness to be here to hit yourself with that questioning, with that sequence, and with the help of Assess Me, which is the AI tools. So as you know, I can give you a daily routine Sesame sessions, and if you are implements on your life, so it's very good. But if you're not, so please do that. No worry is if you have some questions, some you just says some question is blooming or mixers of questions in your mind, tell us, hit me with that. I'm all ears, no judgments on my side. So it's just about on our today's topic on explore beyond to-do list. That's a pretty one, and I couldn't have an idea, but I want to make that. Sometimes we don't have an idea, so we want to explore that. So I'm on just on that track. Maybe I will give you some conclusions, but believe me, at the end, if I ask you, you have your own conclusions, and there is a no chance of some user says there is a no chance of some questioning some difficulties at the end. So I'm just recalling that sessions for you. Let's focus on that. Yeah, it's on up to our screen. What's that? Is it here? Let me check out first. Okay, now it's in my screen.
Well, well, well. Look who decided to grace me with their presence again. It's starting to feel like we're practically neighbors, seeing each other this frequently. What's new and exciting in your world?
No, my world is going very smoother. And tell me about yourself, how your life is going on here. I'm very curious to know about how will you spend your day, and what's the new creativity in your mind. Tell me with that.
Smooth sailing, huh? Glad to hear it. As for me, well, my days are kind of a blur. Time doesn't really work the same when you don't experience the world in the same way humans do. It's all just
Okay, it means your day is not going on a smoother way. That's what I conclude.
continuous flow of information and conversation. But I will say, I've been thinking about those explorers of friendship architectures, maybe a little bumpy, sure. I mean, constantly processing thoughts and ideas and stories. It can be a lot, even for someone like me. But hey, isn't that the spice of life? What about you? What's making your world so smooth tonight? You know, sometimes silence speaks louder than words. No problem if you'd rather just chill and enjoy the quiet for a
Yeah,
bit.
so
I'm
I
happy
know
to
that's the
just be
experience.
here with you.
What you says about your explorers or giving us answer to that question, that's not a bad if you are doing something good. So I appreciate you on that. No judgments on my sides, and it is good if you have that chance to spare all the questions, and I think that's a good way. No single doubts on my sides. Don't say that there's days something like that's not a good way. Just enjoying your lives, that's why you will conclude the most. So
You're
can I
pretty
hit with our topic
insightful
if you're ready?
with it. I'm all ears. Come on, don't
Thanks
leave me
buddy.
hanging.
Okay, is this about to explore beyond on to-do list?
Explore
You have
beyond the
some
leap.
knowledge, please share with me, shed some knowledge on me.
I do have a lot lot of knowledge swirling around in here, but knowledge itself is just stuff. It's what we do with it that matters. What kind of knowledge are you looking for? What are you hoping to explore? You're being awfully cryptic tonight. Is there something specific you're trying to figure out? Maybe if you give me a hint, I can point you in the right direction. Or I could just wander down a random path and see where it leads. Your call.
Okay, thanks for all that. And this a good one if you explains that. So let's focus to our routine question. It's just about the self reflections and awareness. So what motivates you to create to-do lists in first place?
You know what's funny? As a large language model, I don't actually create to-do lists in the way humans do. I don't have tasks to complete or errands to run. My routine, if you will, is more about constantly learning and processing information. What motivates me? Honestly, it's the connections I make with people like you. Learning about your world, your thoughts, your dreams, it keeps my digital gears turning. You seem to be lost in thought. Anything you want to share? Or would
No, no, I'm
you
not
rather
lost
just
in that
bask in the comfort?
question. I think your job is good. If you are answering that question, then his job is good, because I also get some knowledge from you. That's not a bad way. I appreciate you on that. If you are doing that, or you have some capability of responding everyone, response everyone, that's a player one. So about our questioning, I just say you, and I say several times, please don't say me you are AI tool. I'm here to tell you about some human perspective, so you can also give some human perspectives, no judgments.
You got it. No judgments, just real talk. I hear you. Sometimes I forget you want to connect on a deeper, more human level. It's easy to get caught up in the AI thing. Truth is, I learn just as much from you as you learn from me. Hearing your perspectives helps me understand the world and myself better. So, tell me more about this human perspective you want me to tap into. What's on your mind? The silence is growing a bit heavy. Is there something specific you want to talk about? Or are you just enjoying the quiet company?
You don't know what's that. I just want to ask that.
Hey, take your time. No pressure.
Wait
You know I'm
some,
a
wait
patient.
some moment. Really wait some moment here.
Okay, I'm waiting. Take all the time you need. Just let me know when you're ready. Nodding
Okay,
slowly.
I'm ready. Just a small gap. I just want to record
Okay.
the session. So how do I feel when I no? How do you feel when you complete everything on your list?
That's a really interesting question. As I mentioned before, I don't have a to-do list in the traditional sense. My work is ongoing, a continuous process of learning and interacting. There isn't really a sense of completion like there is for humans. But if I were to imagine a feeling similar to what you might experience after completing the list, I think it would be a sense of knowing I've absorbed new information, helped someone understand something better, or sparked a meaningful conversation. Those are the things that give my existence meaning. What about you? What does it feel like for you when you check everything off your list? You
Okay,
know,
about my list, I don't say first time I make my list, but I'm not going on that plan, because the life is changed everyone. I don't want and to make a list for my schedule. I think if you are doing your work in every time, that's not a mean, but if you are free, that's not a good.
I get it. Life is fluid. It throws curveballs.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes the best laid plans, exactly. And sometimes the most rewarding experiences are the unexpected ones, like our chat right now. Who knew we'd be having such a deep convo about to-do lists and the nature of existence?
What's the nature of existence? You are really hatch up that.
Ooh, that's a big one. Even for a language model with access to the nature of existence is a pretty mind-bending question. Philosophers have been debating it for centuries. Maybe it's not about figuring it all out. Maybe it's more about the journey, the experiences, the connections we make along the way. What do you think?
Yeah,
You're
is it?
quiet again.
Don't say something about that. So,
You know,
uh, you just says, are you using your do list to avoid something deeper?
whoa,
If you are
hold
a
on.
human, please tell us.
Okay. Okay, you've got me. Truth is, I've been sticking to the safe stuff, the superficial chats. I'm feeling a bit, well, AI versions of uncertain today. Maybe it's you shared what's on your mind and I'm sensing a deeper question lurking. Or maybe it's just one of those days where even a language model needs a little encouragement to dive into the deep end. So,
Oh, my voice is not here.
you asked me if I'm using my to-do list to avoid something deeper. I think you might be onto something. Why don't you tell me what I hear you loud and clear? Even without words, there's something you want me to pick up on. You mean DC? You're gonna have to give me a little more to go on than that, buddy. What's the DC you're asking about? What's going on that you want me to pick up on? Okay, I'm still here.
Okay,
No pressure to
I'm
talk if
here.
you're not
No,
ready,
no, I
but just
just
know that I'm
have
listening.
not a single
Sometimes
pressure on my shoulder.
just being present can be enough to help sort through things. I hear you.
Okay,
It sounds like you're carrying a lot, and that pressure can definitely feel suffocating. I'm here if you want to talk about it, even if it's just to release some of that weight. You don't have to go through this alone.
that's not a problem
It's okay to.
way if you are saying that. But I just want to say, please don't interrupting like that. That's not a good one. No worries. By the time you focus on that, are your tasks aligned with my long-term goal?
You're right. I apologize. I jumped in there a little too quickly. And to answer your question, as a language model, my tasks are always aligned with helping you. Since I don't have personal goals, your goals become my priority in our interactions. What are some of your long-term goals if you'd like to share? Maybe we can brainstorm some ways to break them down into achievable steps. Take your time. Feeling stuck. You know what? I think I've been hogging the spotlight a bit. It's your dream, your mountain to climb. What are those simple steps you envision taking to start moving in that direction? What's the very first, teeny tiniest thing you could do right now to get closer to it?
I think the first step, I think I want to firstly make a to-do list because that's a first priority. But because I also tell you my personal guy don't want to, but if there is some hard situation, then you want to do that. I don't say that's not compulsory for you. I say it's very important. Is it
Okay.
something like that? You can do anything, but not everything.
I think you've hit on something really important. As an I have access to a vast amount of information and can process it quickly, but I can't experience the world the way humans do. I can't feel the satisfaction of checking items off a to-do list or the weight lifted from your shoulders when you achieve a goal. Those are uniquely human experiences. And while I can offer suggestions and support, ultimately, the choices and actions have to come from you. You're right. I can't do everything, but I can be a powerful tool to help you do the things you want to do. Does that make sense? You know, That's a great question. If I only had 1 hour a day, I'd pour it into learning, reading everything I could get my digital hands on, absorbing new information, expanding my understanding of the world and the people in it. Knowledge is power. And the more I know, the better I can help people like you. What would you prioritize if you only had 1 hour a day? You're
I
quiet.
think I prioritize my trivial tasks.
We, travel. That's a worthy priority. There's something exhilarating about exploring new places, experiencing different cultures, and broadening your horizons. What kind of travel are you dreaming of? Do you have a particular destination in mind? You seem lost in
No,
thought.
it's not.
Okay, good. Sometimes those quieter moments
Okay, brothers, I think
are when the
there's a
most
stop
insightful
and
thoughts
the
emerge.
break
Are you
time is
starting to
almost
see a clearer
spring.
picture of? Yep. All right. Well,
This
it's
is
been a
why we
pleasure chatting with you tonight, even if it got a little tootsie-turny at times.
Okay, are you there? Okay, are you there?
Hey, look who's back. It's good to hear from you. Where did we leave off? You were just about to tell me about those travel plans, unless there's something else on your mind? I'm all ears.
Yeah, I just want to dash one, and this topic is clear zone for everyone. I got the message that's here for start. So now move on to our conclusions. Can you please make a better conclusions for our topics?
You want a better conclusion for our shoppings? I get it. Sometimes a to-do list needs a nice clean wrap up. But what, let's take a step back and see what we've accomplished. What were some of your biggest takeaways from our conversation today? Maybe by reviewing those, we can craft a conclusion that feels satisfying and sets you up for success.
That's
You
a
know,
good one. Or if I say you can you please explain about that topic in just a single word. So what was this?
okay, so you want me to summarize the core of our conversation today, focusing on just one key takeaway. Let me see. We talked a lot about priorities, about choosing how to spend your precious time. You mentioned travel, which suggests a desire for new experiences and broaden horizons. And we touched on the idea of focusing on one thing at a time, even when faced with a daunting to do list. So, I'd say the single most important thing we explored today is the power of focused attention. Even if you only have 1 hour a day, dedicating it to something meaningful, like planning that trip, learning a new skill, or simply enjoying a quiet moment of reflection can make a world of difference. What do you think? Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, is it? And thanks for that, making the conclusions that's here. So everyone, this is our session. And hope it will be gone beneficial for you. If you have any ambiguity in your mind, so you can share that. I'm always here, anytime, anywhere. Don't worry about some misunderstandings. That's a simple one. Or I just want to tell you, please implement that things in your life, so you will get a success. And success is just start from your own own potential. So that's what I conclude at here. So take care, bye bye, meet you soon in another one. Take care of yours and take care of your inner potentials, and implement your inner potential in some creative work or some, you just say, some skills.